assuming that no denominator equals 0, what is the simplest form of this expression? So I'm copying down this problem, putting it over here on my paper, and we're going to work it out. My iPad will probably turn off before we get to the answer, but as we take a look at this, yet again, want to remind you that when dividing, don't ask why, flip the second one and multiply. So we're going to flip this. So x squared minus 9 is going to go on top, 5x minus 2 is going to go on bottom of that fraction, and we're going to be multiplying. The first fraction is not going to change, x minus 1, and then we've got x squared minus 4x plus 3. So now that we've got that, we're going to factor here. I didn't write very straight. I'll try to do a little bit better on my next line here. But let's take x squared minus 4x plus 3 and factor it. We're going to split the middle. We can't do anything to x minus 1. But 1 times 3 is 3, and the only factors of 3 are 1 and 3. So when we split this middle here, it's going to be 1x and 3x. But remember that our problems need to combine to be negative 4. So it's going to be negative 1x minus 3x. And then we still have our x squared and our plus 3. By the way, you could switch that up, and you could write the 3x where the negative 1x is and the negative 1x here, but I think that's the simplest way that I wrote when I wrote it that format. I think that's the simplest way. But the greatest common factor is x, and when we factor out an x, we had 2 x's, we took out 1, we still have 1, and we had 1x, we took it out. Over here, greatest common factor is a 3. Negative 3x divided by negative 3 is x. Positive 3 divided by negative 3 is negative 1. And then what we've got here is we've got an x minus 1. That's the same in both groups. And then we have an x minus 3. So here, x minus 1 over x minus 1 times x minus 3. We've already flipped this. The x squared minus 9 can be simplified with the difference between two squares. So x squared is x times x. 9 is 3 times 3. Difference between two squares, different signs. And then we've got a 5x minus 2. So as we take a look at this, what we're looking for is, do we have anything exactly the same on the top and the bottom? And they don't have to be in the same fractions. But the first part that I notice is that there's an x minus 1 on the top and the bottom. The second part that I notice is there's an x minus 3 on the top and the bottom. So the only thing that we have left on top is x plus 3, and the only thing that we have left on the bottom is 5x minus 2. And luckily enough, my iPad did not turn off this time by some fluke, but x plus 3 over 5x minus 2.